Good morning everyone, my name is Fatna Bilal. Today I will be presenting about misconceptions and I hope you enjoy watching the video. So now, people will ask, what is a misconception? A misconception is a common mistake that the students have during learning based on their thinking or understanding. One day, Miss Fatima was explaining the science lesson in her grade 3. The lesson was about the sun and the moon and how both of them are good for us. During the lesson, Abdullah told Miss Fatima that they only can see the moon during the night. Miss Fatima is sad. She is thinking, how can we only see the moon during the night when we can also see it during the daytime? She tried to tell Abdullah that we can see the moon during the daytime. Abdullah is still confused. After thinking, Miss Fatima figured out that Abdullah has a misconception. So now she has to tell him that what is the right thing about the moon. Miss Fatima is at her house now and she is doing a little research for everything that she wants to collect to convince her student Abdullah about the moon. And the other day, Miss Fatima and her student Abdullah are in the classroom. Miss Fatima told Abdullah that we can see the moon during the day too. Now Abdullah is excited about the moon and how can we see it in the daytime. Miss Fatima started to explain for Abdullah about the moon. She started with the moon goes through 8 phases, which is the first thing about the moon that he should know about. In this picture, we can see that the moon goes through 8 phases, and the phases can take about 27 days. This picture is a phase of a moon. The phase called the new moon. The new moon gets more nearer to the sun, and by that the moon becomes more visible during the daytime. And here you can see the picture of the full moon rising over Washington DC in the early morning. Another phase of the 8 phases of the moon that we can see during the daytime is the waning gibbous. The waning gibbous is a moon, but it's not a full moon. It's a half of the moon that we can see during the daytime in the morning. Here we have a picture of a waning gibbous moon during the daytime taken by Deborah Bird. As you can see in the picture, the moon showing the half of it, not all of it, but the half, and in the morning, not in the night. Now, let's have a little recap about the full moon. So, the full moon we can see it 2 times during the daytime, before full moon and after full moon. Before full moon, we can see it in the afternoon, and after full moon, we can see it in the morning. Also, we can see the moon during the day by the sunlight. How? So, the sunlight is reflecting on the moon surface, so when the sun will reflect her light, we can see the moon in the morning. According to NASA, they said that we frequently see the moon during the day. The only phase of the moon that cannot be seen in the day is full moon, which is usually only visible at night, which means that we can see the moon during the day. According to Science ABC, we have 2 reasons we can see the moon during the daytime. The first reason is the moon is bright enough to be seen above the blue and white sky. The second reason is the duration of Earth with the sun making it visible during the daytime. After explaining and giving all the information to my student Abdullah, I think now that he understands that we can see the moon during the day.
Now I understand that we can see the moon during the daytime too.
Created using Powtoon.